bacteria including E. coli and Staphylococcus. When you flush a toilet, small particles of water are expelled, filling the air and landing within a 10-foot radius of the toilet. This means that any bacteria in this mist lands on the walls, floors, sinks, and anything laying on it. What's the first word that comes to mind when you hear Orchard Park washrooms?
Nasty.
Smelly. Horrendous.
Undescribable.
What's the first word that comes to mind when you think of OP washrooms?
Gross, probably. Gross.
Oh my gosh. Ew! Okay, I don't have to go anymore. I'm just gonna wash my hands. My new pants are wet. I'm just gonna use this. Like what? Oh, Dr. Favorite towel as well. I have to go to the washroom. Ooh, the water works! Yay! Okay. There's nice soap here. Good. Oh, and we have a mirror. Oh, I wish my washroom looked like this. And there's stuff to dry my hands. Wow. What was your worst Orchard Park washroom experience?
My worst experience would probably be when someone pooped on the floor and then wiped it on the back of the main door so you couldn't get out. Or when someone burnt the lighter, burnt the toilet seats with the lighter, so when you sat down it's all sharp.
Do you have a bad experience with the Orchard Park washrooms?
Yes, I found poop on the back of the urinal.
What do you think of the Orchard Park washrooms?
They're pretty disgusting. You walk in, they're flooded with water, there's no soap. It's pretty gross.
Seeing you're a grade 12 student at Orchard Park, you've had the most exposure to the bathrooms. What's your most memorable experience?
In grade 10, I was in a grade 12 gym class, and a girl decided to climb on the sink to look at her butt, make sure it looked, good. And the sink broke off the wall. Right where that hole is, okay? That was the sink. She walked in, and she went like this, and she was trying to climb up, and the second her second foot stepped on there, it fell off the wall and left a nice big hole.
So right here we have a previous Orchard Park student, and I want to ask you, how have your experiences changed since secondary school now that you're in university?
Well, they've definitely changed because I guess it's more convenient to go to the bathroom at school now. There's more washrooms available in post-secondary school than there was in high school. They're also a lot cleaner. They're well kept. So I mean, the school staff is on top of keeping them clean and keeping them organized and making sure that toilet paper is there and that paper towels available and soap, and I would definitely. So when I was at Orchard Park, I felt like I couldn't really go to the washroom. I felt like I kind of had to hold it to come home because the cleanliness factor just wasn't there, and sometimes waiting in line to go to the bathroom at school because either toilets didn't work or stalls didn't have locks was kind of a big inconvenience, especially when you only have a certain amount of time between classes to use the washroom.
Thank you, Rachel.
have any soap in the guys' washroom.
Like, unhealthy bathrooms. Like, I say anything.
There are many different germs and bacteria found in bathrooms. These are the most common ones. Gastrointestinal viruses cause stomach ailments in humans. They are easily transmitted and can remain on a solid surface for as much as a week. Enteric pathogens are organisms spread by contaminated foods and can of course be carried in feces. These include things like E. coli, Salmonella, Shigella, and Campylobacter. Skin and respiratory organisms, such as Staphylococcus, also known as staph bacteria, including the antibiotic-resistant MRSA strain, and group A strep, also known as the flesh-eating bacteria. Dermaphytic fungi like athlete's foot, which is transmitted by walking barefoot in the bathroom. This one is a big deal, especially because we have a bathroom attached to our school locker room, and a lot of girls are walking barefoot in that, so it is very easy for them to catch it.
One of the best ways of avoiding infection is by washing your hands after using the toilet. This will prevent the germs from spreading and reduce the risk of infections. You must wash your hands with soap and don't touch any other part of the body unless your hands are clean. After washing your hands, you must dry your hands thoroughly. If your hands are wet, it can increase the lifespan of germs, which can increase the risk of infection. Another way to reduce the risk of infection is by using toilet paper to flush down the toilet. You can also use toilet paper with your hands to open the door on the way out.
There's no doubt that our buildings are getting older, and their money just doesn't seem to be there in order to do the repairs that are necessary. Orchard Park is, I believe, 50 years old. We just celebrated their 50th anniversary. My daughter goes to Westdale, and it's an even older building. So it definitely poses some challenges, and without the money to replace things, it makes it very difficult.
In order to ensure the certainty of our hypothesis, we conducted a survey that was distributed to 90 Orchard Park students varying from grades 9 to 13. The strategy that we used to distribute this survey was the use of social media, and we also went around to school classrooms and put our survey on the board. We then collected the data that we received from the students, hoping that their responses would support our hypothesis. This survey gave students a perfect opportunity to voice their opinion about the washroom facilities that they use regularly. We expected that most students would feel that Orchard Park's washroom facilities are unsanitary and need to be improved. It's only fair that students are comfortable in any area of their school, especially the washroom. It is the only area in the school facility that is private and mainly used for personal breaks. To begin the survey, our first question was, do you feel that Orchard Park's washroom facilities are unsanitary? The next question was, how often do you go to the washroom when attending school? The third question was, is there any water and soap available to wash your hands in the washrooms? The fourth question was, is there any paper products such as toilet paper and paper towels available when using the washroom? Our fifth question asked students how they would describe the smell of the Orchard Park washroom facilities. And our final question asked, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the cleanliness of Orchard Park's washroom facilities? 1 being very unsanitary and 10 being very clean.
Towels available and soap, and I would definitely say, like, for the most part, they're a lot more clean.
We gotta go 3, 2, 1.
So it's pretty gross. Yeah, they're really uns.
Okay.
feel that your experiences have changed since secondary school?
Well, they've changed. I think that it's more convenient to go to the bathroom at post-secondary school. There's more available.